There are renewed concerns today about the health of U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell. The longest-serving Senate party leader in history froze up during a public appearance today. It's the second time something like this has happened in a little more than a month.
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
yes.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
For more on this, let's bring in reporter Ira Spitzer. So, Ira, what are we hearing about what happened?
Well, a spokesperson for the 81-year-old senator from Kentucky described Mitch McConnell as feeling momentarily lightheaded and saying that he therefore paused, which of course is that clip which we just played there. Now, he also said that McConnell was feeling fine and appeared to downplay any concerns. But of course, this has been the second time in just over a month that we've seen what looked like very similar episodes where he appeared to freeze for a fairly long length of time. I think in both cases, at least 20 seconds. So that is, of course, raising concerns about his overall health. Earlier this year in March, McConnell suffered a concussion after taking a fall at a hotel in Washington, D.C. There have also been reports of other falls this year. So we can only go on the information right now that we have from McConnell's spokespeople, but certainly the video has raised a lot of questions about whether Mitch McConnell is okay.
And has there been any reaction to this?
Well, there's certainly been lots of reaction, both from U.S. officials, such as President Biden, or from other Congress people. Certainly the public has now weighed in to a large extent because this clip has gone viral on social media. Let's have a listen to what President Biden had to say earlier about Mitch McConnell.
I just heard literally coming out, and Mitch is a friend, as you know, not a joke. We always, I know people don't believe that's the case, but we have disagreements politically, but he's a good friend, and so I'm going to try to get in touch with him later this afternoon. I don't know enough to know.
Now, some of the other reactions have been less charitable and more concerned or angry about the fact that Mitch McConnell, and in some cases other people over 80 years old, are serving in the U.S. Senate and in other government positions. For example, somebody in McConnell's own party, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, saying that this was evidence that he was unfit to serve. Another Democratic congressman, Dean Phillips, saying that this was an example of why we should introduce term limits. And he also brought up the Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein, who is 90 years old, the oldest person in the Senate right now. And it is certainly true that right now, at a median age of 59 years old, the U.S. does have the oldest Congress in its modern history. And when we look at the leading candidates for next year's presidential election, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, certainly they do appear to be of quite an advanced age compared to years past.
Ira, thank you. That is reporter Ira Spitzer in San Francisco.